Good morning. It is day 27. We finished the Smokies yesterday. 14.5 miles. Walked right over here to Standing Bear Farms. I'm only about 0.2 from the trail, so I'll get started here shortly. Sorry about the lighting. It's the best that I have. I am in a tiny little private tree house here at Standing Bear Farm. There's a creek outside. It was very tranquil last night. I slept great. I could have went to the bunkhouse, but after spending several days huddled up in a shelter with hikers, I wanted some solitude. Standing Bear Farm has been really good. To me, it's a Sunday afternoon sit on the front porch kind of place. You come out of the Smokies, you're beat up, depending on if you went straight through or if you ended up finding a way to get into town, take some time off. But when you get out of the Smokies, I mean, there's other hostels that'll pick you up, but they're the first one that's right here close to trail, and everything's been great. I did not go hungry. There was plenty of drinks, of which not all are alcoholic beverages, as people like to say. Or at least their comments like to make it out that way. It was a good stay, no doubt about it. Again, quiet, slept great, and I did pay for the upper tree house. But Smokies are behind us now. Wow. Yeah. So now my next stop will be Hot Springs. It's roughly 33 miles away. We have some weather coming in a couple of days. So far, the weatherman has not been right. I think maybe twice the whole time I've been out here. Yeah, I think 2 days they were accurate. Outside of that, so up to the point now, if it's raining, okay, it's raining. If it's hot, it's hot. It's cold, it's cold. I'm just kind of ignoring it. 33 miles roughly to Hot Springs. So if the weather does roll in like they're saying, I'll have a clear day today. Tomorrow will be rain. Tomorrow afternoon will be thunderstorms. I may just push right on and try to get into a hostel on Friday night. There's a couple of places there in Hot Springs, and if the weather does turn, they're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If that's the case, I'm probably going to look at my slack pack options. I don't want to burn a bunch of days at a hostel. But at the same time, I don't want to be out on trail in thunderstorms and having to try and go shelter to shelter or just be soggy all the time. I'm out here to enjoy this, not be miserable just to complete it. So I may end up trying to do like a southbound slack pack, because I do know that I think 16 miles up, they'll drop you off. I could basically go up, catch that, walk back to town. But those are several days away, and I'm getting way too far ahead of myself. But anyhow, I am getting ready to fill up my water bottles, grab me some breakfast, and I will be on the trail. I will be doing this section by myself. Today, Loner goes home. He had a bit of a little spill yesterday. His wrist is kind of swollen, and it's definitely causing him some problems trying to use trekking poles. So I hate to see him go. I know that's just kind of how the trail is, though. It's not often you start with somebody and you finish with them, or even hang around with folks for several days. I mean, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I think some people seek that out here. That was not my intent. Me and him just had really, like almost like a chemistry, I guess, and we were pretty much about the same pace. But he has some other obligations, and this is kind of bumped him off the trail. But it was great hiking with you, Loner, if you see this, and I learned a lot, and I hope to see you again soon. So for anyone that sees this, it's not old enough to recognize it, this is a old sewing machine. You would actually use your feet back and forth. This would drive this pulley that had a belt that would come up. The sewing machine would sit up top. This has been repurposed into a table. And there's your plug right there, so I was able to sit there and take care of things right here and trying to get some videos edited. It is quaint, it is tight, but look, you've got heat, you've got air, all the windows open up, the bed is very comfortable, there's plenty of storage underneath. Again, it's everything you need and nothing that you don't. And the coolest thing is all night. Yeah, makes for some nice sleeping. This climb out of Standing Bear Farm is no joke. I've been about 1.6 miles and I'm somewhere around just under 1,000 foot of climb according to my watch. It has been steady up, up, up. Three weeks ago this would have been torture. It's not so bad now. 3 weeks ago was also a lot cooler. Whew. I think I'm taking this shirt off when I get to the water source. I mean, it's drenched in sweat anyway. All right, let's go. Walking in rhododendrons, now it's mountain laurels. Well, that one's very pink. As we continue moving north, I can already see how the terrain is starting to change. Yeah, it's gonna be mountains, it's gonna be rocky, it's gonna be rooty. but it is definitely changing from what we have been in Georgia and North Carolina so far. And the fact is, I've kind of been just taking it easy today, reminiscing about the past few weeks, how everything's kind of came together and how some things didn't. I've also been thinking about the amount of people that I seen on trail when I first started that are now no longer on trail. It used to be every time I pulled my camera out there was somebody there. It's not the case now. Not the case at all. I've seen one other hiker today, and I've seen those 3 men, well, 4 guys up there actually, working at the tower. They didn't really speak. I acknowledged them, they waved back, that was about the end of it. But as far as hikers go, it's been one. I suspect it's going to continue to be that way the farther we go north. And I believe that the mental side of it is definitely going to be the most difficult. At least it has been so far. But I'm starting to feel like I can beat that too. Kind of overcome it, you know, stay out of my head type thing. And it's starting to rain. It has been clear all day. And now, here we are. Max Patch. Place that, well, just didn't think it would happen, but here we are. This might not be the smartest thing I've ever done. Oh man, I'm pretty exposed if it goes to lightning. But when will I be back up this way to Max Patch? And look, even up here, I'm not alone. Just the other side of Max Patch, and bottom is about to fall out. Unless it breaks up as it gets to the mountain there. But the wind kind of says otherwise. But I'm about 1.5 miles from the shelter. Hopefully I've got some space in there. If nothing else, I can at least get my clothes off, get dry, and decide what I'm going to do. Whether it's going to be tent or it's going to be the shelter. I know that the shelters going forward They're going to be kind of spotty. Some of them are old. They leak, full of all kinds of critters that you really don't want to be bedding with. I've read comments about bears the next, I think, 2 or 3. But not sure just yet. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, tomorrow night I'll be going to hot springs. No guarantees. If it's like it was today, woo, today has been rough. There has been a lot of climbing. A lot of climbing. But anyway, enough of that mess. God, it's awesome out here.